between the Mount Pleasant Tigers and your Longview Lobos. Representing the Tigers on tonight, starting center, 6'4" junior, number 3, Kyle Price. On the wing, 6'4" sophomore, number 5, Reggie Mason. Another wing, 6'1", number 9, number 24, Carl Chisholm. And 5'10", senior, number 10, Kelsey Morris. And starting guard, 6', senior, number 11, Peyton Chisholm. The Tigers are coached by Jody Chisholm, assisted by Drew Bartley, Ira Franklin, Brian Williams, and James Moore. And now, representing the Longview Lobos, starting center, 6'7" junior, number 10, Robert Blandberg. That's number 35, Chris Wow. And score, the 6'5" junior, number 3, Campbell Williams. And starting guard, the 5'10" junior, number 2, Davis Chester. Also starting guard, the 5'11" junior, number 0, Chris Hayes. And starting guard, the 6' senior, number 23, Kendall Mitchell. The basketball coach is Thurman Sam Weaver, assisted by Taylor Claiborne, Jasmine King, and Maxwell.
Alrighty, welcome back to live Lobo basketball on Longview Game Day. I am Frank Size, joined as always by Keaton Daniels and the third man in the booth tonight, Mr. Ray Wade. We are about to get this thing tipped off. How are you guys doing this evening?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good. Exciting game tonight. Got a lot of people here and it's loud, so it should be an exciting one.
Yes, and by exciting, you do mean exciting. Got a good crowd tonight. Undefeated, 30-0, 5th ranked in the state, Mount Pleasant Tigers. And just like that, they're on the board. Reggie Webster underneath.
Yeah, Reggie Webster is a sophomore, but he's one of their exciting players. And just in, he's got some lively legs.
Oh, yeah, he was moving good without the basketball. Saw open lane, and he flashed, and the point guard found him for an easy layup to start this game off.
So we're gonna find out where the Lobos are tonight. Mitchell can't get that to go. Wilder with the putback.
It's a good start there by Wilder. Good start. Good way to be aggressive. Expected to pick up some big minutes tonight with Blandberg not starting.
Did we get word on Blandberg? Is there a little tweak, a little injury, or is he just out of the lineup tonight?
I just think he's out of the lineup. I watched him doing warm-ups. He was flying around, being acrobatic, dunking, doing the things that he normally does. So to see him now, I just think that is a result of him being suspended from the last game.
Little floater's good. That's 11. Peyton Chisholm, coach's son. We'll see a lot of Peyton tonight. He's the all-time assist leader at Mount Pleasant. Senior.
Yeah, they're picking him up full court. Seems like they want to kind of speed the game up some, and that's exactly what just happened. Sped him up a little bit and got him into a turnover. I'm sure that's what the coach was looking for.
Oh, yeah. Some tell me that these Chisholm boys, with them being coach's sons, that they're smart, that they're going to be able to play like this all game. If one is not doing it, the other brother is going to step up and do it in his place.
Yeah, his little brother's a freshman. He starts number 24, speaking of the young man.
Look at that. Good ball movement again. Great ball fake. They showing you why they are who they are at 30-0 and hadn't lost the game yet.
That's right. That's Kai Price, Jr. underneath. Easy bucket. And you're right, Keaton. The offense is cooking already. Yeah. So we're going to take a quick break, our first break, get this one out of the way. We'll be back in about 30 seconds.
And now at OR, we want to buy your used vehicle and we'll give you guaranteed top dollar for yours. And if you prefer to trade, even better, with massive savings on every new vehicle at OR Cadillac Jeep.
You know, as we said, they're speeding the game up a whole lot. It looks like with their experience, that's what they're looking to do. See how Longview handles the pressure.
Yeah. One of those days, you just want to weather the storm here. You don't want to panic too early. You got a long game to go. You want to start on the defensive end. Stop allowing inside points. It's points in the paint.
And you have an undefeated team.
Campbell Williams for 3.
You start off too far behind, and they've got the experience that might create some problems down the stretch. So.
Sure. When you see a team that's 30-0, your first thought is who's that guy? Where's the guy that's going to North Carolina or Arkansas? And Mount Pleasant doesn't appear to have that guy. They've just got 5 solid, don't miss, play to your strengths type of players, and it's paying off for them this year.
Oh, yeah. And they're playing zone defense right now. Some tell me if they stay in this zone, a lot of these guys can play pretty much the rest of the game like this too.
Yeah, you know, one of the things you want to kind of mention here is that as they get a steal and a bucket, you know, one of the things you mentioned is they're only starting 2 seniors. So they're starting a freshman, a sophomore, and a junior on an undefeated team in District 5A, and that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And that was one of the seniors there, Kelsey Morris, his first bucket after the steal.
Yeah, a lot of these younger guys, especially the freshmen and sophomores, they've played a lot of meaningful ball game, not just in this district, but summertime in the grassroots. I know particularly number 5 plays for Drive Nation down there in Dallas, so he's seen a lot of basketball against the top talent.
Kelsey Morris again.
Now,
have we already used our timeout?
Yeah, we have already.
Wow.
And one thing too, with them being 30-0.
Nice pass, Campbell Williams can't finish. Wilder cleans it up.
There we go. One thing about them, they don't make a lot of turnovers. They don't make a lot of mistakes. So you got to play sound defense to be able to stay in the ball game with them.
Yeah.
Got to get ahead for a foul there.
Yeah. That's one thing you don't want to see, his head get in foul trouble. He is our point guard. He's our leader out there on the court that get us into our sets.
Blandberg's going to check in after this early kind of onslaught by the Tigers.
Looks like Coach is quickly forgiven all of those indiscretions.
He's going to have to tonight. He's going to have to tonight, that's for sure.
We need some rebounds. We'll punish you tomorrow.
Yes, indeed.
You just early on, you just don't see any real weakness out of Mount Pleasant right now.
They came out aggressive.
All 5 can handle the basketball. All 5 moving without the ball. Nice move, Blandberg there to affect that one.
Yeah. He's already
open
effective.
Look. Short, Blandberg with the rebound.
There you go.
Yeah. You know, immediately he comes in, makes an impact. You know, contests a shot at the basket. We mentioned earlier, their first 3 baskets were right there underneath the basket with Blandberg in now. You know, not only did he contest the shot, but he also got a rebound.
Davis Justice for 3.
There you go.
There we go.
There you go. That was a good screen right there by Blandberg again. So he's making this he's making his presence feel on both sides of the court. Good defense there. Good help. There by Davis Justice. You want to see Robert just stay down. You don't want to ride him a little bit. You see the refs is calling him a little quicker calls tonight.
Looks like he and Campbell Williams got switched up on players there, whereas, you know, Campbell Williams probably should have been out on the perimeter guarding the kid out on the perimeter. Blandberg's been running out there chasing the perimeter player, and it gets him out of position.
Hey, that's good. Good movement right on defense here. You got numbers if you can go.
His head finds an open shooter, passes it up. That's Mitchell.
You know, they've sped Longview up so much that we haven't been able to get into our set. This is the first time that we've actually slowed down and got into a set now. See what we do with it.
You want to make them count. You want to make them.
So
you want to punish them when you get the ball inside.
Mount Pleasant's in a zone. They're in a 2-3 zone. And in that 2-3, we got to get Campbell Williams and Blandberg figured out there. They're both kind of stacked on the same side of the court.
Yeah.
Mitchell
a little
for 3.
confused.
Boom!
Hey, we'll take that. But you're right, not enough spacing
Yes.
with the big man.
And just like that, after the early aggression from Mount Pleasant, we're tied up, 2.5 to go.
Hey.
Subbing in Blandberg made a big difference.
Yep, that was the way to answer that storm with this basketball game being a game of runs. Stay down. That's good. Just
Good
good
ball
ball
movement,
movement.
yeah.
Yeah, just good ball movement there.
It's Kyler Smith, another senior for the Tigers. Let's keep Blandberg out of foul trouble tonight. It's going to be the key to this one, it looks
Yes.
like, for the Lobos.
Yep.
Another open look for Mitchell. That's short. Rebound to Webster. And Mitchell's going to pick up the foul.
Come on, Mitchell. I know he's mad at himself for picking up that foul that far away from the basket. And again, we've been aggressive. That's our 4th team foul to their 0.
And a team that's 30-0, something tells me they're pretty salty from the free throw line.
Yeah.
Just a hunch. But their average margin of victory in district play is over 22 points this year.
Look at that. Just driving, just
Oh,
finding over
Blandberg
man.
picks up another one.
No. I think he's going to call Campbell Williams on that one. He was pointing at her.
Let's see here. It's going to be Williams. So their average.
You know, you're called a rim protector for a reason.
Yeah.
You know, and so what's happening with Blandberg and Williams, they're both being drawn out to pick up these guys on the perimeter, and then the bigs are just ducking in behind them, and they're trying to recover back, and they're picking up these foolish fouls that's now putting them at the free throw line, and pretty soon they'll be in the bonus with our 5th team foul.
Yeah, and one thing about us, we have to be smarter because we're picking up man-to-man all the way past the three-point line to where they're not a threat, and we're letting them drive past us to where our big men have to help out.
Exactly.
Kai Price misses both, but the rebound to the Tigers. Find an open shooter in the corner for 3. That's long. Long rebound ends up in the hands of Davis Justice ahead to Chris Head.
So rebounding 101, shot goes up. First thing you don't do is just run straight to the basket. You know, Campbell Williams at times just ran straight to the basket, then screening out his man, and the ball just went right over his head.
Yep, definitely got to find your body when that ball goes
Campbell
up.
Williams is not playing like my favorite player tonight, is he?
Hey, he got a long way to go.
Yeah.
Chris Head uses his body to
Hey,
create the space.
that was a good move right there.
Mid-range jumper's good.
Yes.
And 30 seconds left to go in the first. We're all tied up at 12. Little floater's no good. Loose ball in the hands of Blandberg. He throws it away, but it's off a Tiger, I believe.
Yep. Hey,
No,
he bailed us out there, Tom.
Scratch that. There we go. Yeah, it's going to be Longview basketball with 15 seconds left to go in the quarter. The way this one started, if I'd have told you we'd have possession with a chance to lead at the end of the first, I don't know if you'd have believed me.
Yeah, you got to give Longview some credit. You know, Coach Weaver made the right substitution at the right time, got some size in. You know, now those first few baskets were right at the rim. We haven't had many of those right at the rim since Blandberg's checked in.
Mid-range jumper floater for
There you
Blandberg.
go. Good by Blandberg.
All right.
Good to see him get on the board early.
7 seconds left. That's Peyton Chisholm, the coach's son. Gets inside.
That was a good
Blandberg,
block.
Big time
Good block. Way to close out the first
Yes,
quarter for
sir.
us.
What a quarter for the Lobos.
Yes, Blandberg is feeling good right now.
And we lead by 2 at the end of 1. You were watching Lobo basketball live here on Longview Game Day.
At Godarzi and Young, we take things more seriously.
Every case that's handled at our office is handled by a team. That work and dedication has caused our office to recover more record verdicts and settlements than any other law firm in Northeast Texas.
It is our obligation to make sure our client has the financial backings and the manpower to be successful.
We are exactly who we say we are. We're trial lawyers who've gotten results year in, year out.
House party? We got you covered. Office meeting? Come on, treat them right. Game day? You know we're here for it. Get your taco, nacho, or fajita bar today, only at Juicy's Taco.
5. Welcome back. Got a good look at Coach Weaver and the Lobo bench here as we start the second quarter. Lobos leading by 2. Again, if you're just tuning in, share this feed. Let everybody know where you can watch this matchup tonight. And you got some time to get down to the Coliseum if you're close. We've got a top 5 ranked team here in the house taking on the Lobos, giving us a chance to kind of see where we are against the best of the best.
You know,
so far, so good.
This is some really good high school basketball tonight. I mean, you're seeing some really 2 well-coached teams. You're seeing one of the top teams in the state of Texas. You see Longview that's had a really good year thus far. And so this is an exciting game. I would advise everyone to get out and try to catch the second half.
Oh, yeah, this is definitely a playoff type style basketball game here. Both teams are going into the playoffs, so this right here is nothing short of a great game.
And Ray, as unbelievable as this is, the Mount Pleasant girls are also 30-0.
Wow.
So the Lady Lobos are finishing their season in Mount Pleasant tonight trying to play spoiler.
Well, way to go, Lobos. Let's get 2 spoilers tonight.
Hey, we'll take it.
I like that. Mount Pleasant is not big enough for 2 30-0 teams. Let's see if we can end that.
Almost unheard of. Kendall Mitchell pulls up
Nice.
money.
Nice. He was able to dribble into that shot and was right there in rhythm and knocked that down real good.
The Lobo wings tonight are shooting the lights out early on.
They're coming into their own. I want to see them keep it up.
We got a 5-point lead, fellas. Very early in this one, though.
Oh, come on. Let's be smarter than that.
Gonna give that to Chris Head. That's 2 already for the
that's
Lobo
not
point
good.
guard.
Yeah. It's picking up way too far to be that aggressive. And you know the way the refs is calling.
Lobos do have plenty of capable ball handlers, though, if Chris Head has to take a seat for a minute.
Well, you have to be impressed with the Lobos being able to weather that early onslaught, answer it, and then now have a 6-point lead early in the second quarter. You know, those adjustments are great.
Yeah, they changed that last basket from a 3-pointer to a 2-pointer.
All right, well, 4-point lead. Very impressive, though.
I had subconsciously pushed the number 2 down anyway, so.
It was a 2. It was clear.
Yeah, clearly a 2. Yeah, I don't know why I said 3.
No,
but,
they had a 17. I don't know what.
Like I said earlier, this team has beaten everyone by at least 20, 22, 23 points. But the Lobos have given them the best game of the year in district. On the road in Mount Pleasant, only lost by 12, and from all accounts was a closer ball game than that. So they know we can play with them, and it appears we do too.
Hey, we playing with a lot of confidence.
3-pointer. Short. That's a shot we'll let them have anytime they want it, Mr. Raid.
Yes, indeed.
I think he was watching Dame Lillard last night and thought,
boy, was he letting it go
one of
last
those. Yeah, unfortunately, he's got a few more levels to go. But it looked good.
Yes,
If it's style points count, then maybe that's what it was.
I think you meant Jaden Hardy, right?
Yeah, Jaden Hardy.
Inside joke.
Hey,
Nice pass.
Go! Boom! There we go.
Big man. All right, Lobo.
That's a statement dunk right there that we needed.
Lobos lead by 6 with 6 minutes left in the first half.
Keaton mentioned this earlier. It's like Glenberg's got a little extra bounce in his step tonight.
Turnover.
Yeah, it's all Longview right now.
Yeah.
One thing that I don't know if his parents want me to share this, but I'm gonna share it anyway. They told me he had a tryout over the weekend with Drive Nation, their basketball team, and one of the things that they said that they want to see from him was him be more aggressive. He's showing it right now tonight. He's playing that way.
Absolutely.
He's been extra aggressive. He's looking really good.
Mm-hmm. And it's one of the things that I'm happy to see for him too, because his presence, 6'7", 6'8", man, nobody's stopping you in the district.
Yeah.
So don't stop yourself.
Absolutely.
For all the things that Mount Pleasant does have, and they do well, size and length is just not something they can match up with him with.
That's true. They don't have a lot of height to play with us with as we turn the ball over.
Yeah, you know, when you are pressured like that, first off, you don't pick up your dribble far out on the court and with your back turned to the basket. And then the last thing you don't do is you just don't panic and just throw it away. Yeah. You know, you sit there, you have a little mental clock inside where you're counting it down, and then you're able to let yourself go. Yeah.
All the games this year, this is going to be the one that the possessions are going to be the most crucial.
Yeah.
You can't just throw those away.
Yeah.
Blamberg says no, sir.
There you go.
Get it out ahead of
there.
He had justice ahead, but would have been a risky pass. It's okay.
Absolutely. Playing safe.
Oh, yeah.
Secure the ball.
Each possession matters.
Yep.
Feels like
Especially when you're running your offense well on this end.
Blamberg's going to take a three. A little long. Ends up in the hands of Peyton Chisholm, the all-time assist leader here at Mount Pleasant. Makes a pretty good move, finds an open shooter. His little brother for three. That's short.
They can earn it. There you go.
There we go.
That was a good job there.
That's Kendrick Brown, his first minutes of the game. Makes a move.
Hey, is it? There we go. We'll take that.
Brown off the bench, instant offense.
Oh, yeah. That's time.
Lobos lead by 8.
Yeah, that's a good start.
Good basketball tonight here at the Lobos. Pretty exciting.
All righty, so we're going to take a quick break with them. We'll be back with more Lobo basketball live on Longview Game Day.
Injuries aren't planned, and here at Longview Orthopedic, we're going to work together with patients to try to attain the best outcome possible for them. We have the ability to treat all injuries for all patients and athletes of all ages. One thing I want patients to understand is that, I've been in their situation. I played football at Texas A&M University, played offensive line, I was a guard, and being an athlete, suffering injuries, and having that passion to get back on the field gave me a really good perspective on the other side of the line as a treating physician now here at the Longview Orthopedic Clinic.
All righty, welcome back. Longview's on quite a run here. 4.5 left to go, second quarter. We lead the number 5 team in the state by 8. But something tells me they're not going to lay over for us tonight, fellas.
No, Frank, they playing with a lot of confidence. I think these boys can. These boys know they can win this game tonight.
That's exciting for Longview. It's exciting for this crowd. And this crowd is here and very supportive of them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're into every defensive play, every offensive play. You're actually hearing it. So kudos to the Longview crowd tonight for showing up and being here.
Oh, yeah, these boys is definitely playing off of them. The student section is live. If you're hearing anything, they're about as loud as I've heard them all season long, too.
Every game we do, it seems like the crowd's picking up a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
And the word is starting to get out that there's some good basketball being played here at Longview High School.
Absolutely.
And, we come away with a W tonight. I think it'll continue to get out. And by the end of the season, if there's a playoff game hosted here, it might be even bigger.
Well, I'll tell you what, they got after this game, you got at least one more opportunity to be able to watch them during the regular season here at home.
And Kelsey Morris attacks the rim, breaks that Mount Pleasant scoring drought. Kendrick Brown's going to have to move with this one.
Yeah, don't panic.
Get it.
There you go, big guy. There you go. Ball's tipped away from behind, ends up in the Tigers' hands. The hands of freshman Carter Chisholm. Ball's kicked out of bounds. Lobo basketball. Substitution, Davis Justice is going to come in and Chris Head's going to take a seat. So it's the 5 on the court for the Lobos. Davis Justice, Kendall Mitchell, Kendrick Brown, Robert Blamberg, and Chris Wilder.
Just get the ball up the court. Take your time. You don't want to get overly excited, but you also don't want to panic.
Yeah, they just throwing different sets at you right now.
Blamberg, a 3 from the corner. That's short.
Just a little flat there.
That's a little quick.
Yep.
We've had great success with running our offense and getting really good shots.
And the reason why we've been having a lot of success is because we've been playing with patience.
Yes.
When we come down and just throw up a 3, that's playing in the Mount Pleasant's favor, especially if you're Blamberg. When you got a chance to drive it in or get
nice
get
pass.
the ball
Go up
inside.
with it.
Hey, we got
They're going to wave it off. They're going to wave it off. I think that floater was probably going in if Blamberg doesn't touch it, but they're going to wave off the basket. Offensive goaltending. The fans don't like it. That would have brought the house down there.
Yeah, big time.
That's what you got to do, though. That's the offense you need. You need to kind of, on the back end of that zone, you create a 2-on-1. That's how we've been able to score the last few times.
Yeah.
And so we got Blamberg out on the wing. We don't really need that. We need him to get kind of in position where you can take advantage of that.
Yeah, that was one of my next questions. When it comes to aggressiveness, do you want to be an aggressive shooting that jumper?
Yeah, you want him, Blamberg, to be aggressive with finding spots in the zone so that he's able to
Go ahead. There we go. Blandberg again. Go up with a big man.
Hey, no foul.
Whoa.
As chippy as.
Get up there, Wilder.
Yes, sir.
Oh.
I tell you what, you're
Lobo basketball.
Hey, as chippy as the refs are calling the fouls against Longview, I'm surprised they didn't call that down there against them.
I'm not gonna lie to you. That should have been back-to-back.
That was a great sequence.
Absolutely. Man, that was an exciting stretch.
That was a great sequence of basketball.
Yes, that was an exciting stretch.
Yes.
I'm telling you, that right there shows you how bad these teams want it. This is a playoff type game right now.
Yeah,
I became a fan there.
Yeah.
Go up, Wilder, get it. That's awesome.
He can jump with the best of them, too.
Yeah.
Timeout. Get a timeout or something, Coach.
Going to be Tigers basketball. Well, it very well could be a 10-point lead for Longview after those last two possessions, and Blandberg at the rim.
Longview's answering the challenge here tonight. You know,
They
most
don't take it
teams
back.
would be a little intimidated by a 30-0 record, but you're not seeing that tonight with the Longview Lobos at all.
Hey, that's one thing to our credit. We're Lobos. We ain't finna back down from anybody. We don't bar nobody.
Absolutely.
And this team's averaging 60 points a game, fellas. They're at 14 almost halftime here. So Lobos defensively have been on fire tonight.
I think they've scored just
open look. Long rebound tipped out of bounds. Lobo basketball.
Only scored 2 points this quarter here. So credit to Longview's defense.
Absolutely. It was 12-12 at the end of one. So.
All right, we've got to be able to handle this little pressure here because that sped us up a whole lot. We haven't really gotten the ball over to the front court here.
And Chris had checked back in, so that should help with that. Lobo point guard's back in the game. Under 2 minutes to go, second quarter. Lobos leading by 6.
Give it to him. He got him sealed down low.
Blandberg, and he's fouled.
There you go.
Little floater's good, but he's fouled before the shot.
Well, I'll say in this first half, since we've inserted Blandberg into the lineup, you know, he's brought a lot of energy tonight.
Lob off the inbound. Look at here.
Right there.
That is an advantage that Longview's going to have all night. Blandberg's size is just, you can't match up with it right now.
Blandberg probably has about 10 points already, I would believe.
I totally agree with you.
Nice move, very nice.
Hey, smart play by coach's son, showing the ball fake and being able to come up and under.
Yeah, that's a senior point guard.
Hey, just pass the ball up.
Uh-oh.
You know, the worst thing
Gotta
you
get
can
down
try
there
to do is dribble through a press.
Justice for a foul.
Come on, refs. I know I'm a homer, but come on now. It's a loose ball.
You know, you hate to see a kid, one, on a press, catch the ball in your corner back over there, and then on top of that, try to dribble the length of the court against the press. You know, just go ahead and get your head up, pass it up the court, let your team get set in their offense. But, you know, Mount Pleasant achieved what they were out to accomplish. They sped us up. He got a little bit out of control, turns the ball over, and, you know, now they're at the free throw line.
Well, Carter Chisholm shooting 1-1, misses the first. Lobo basketball, 1:10 to go, second quarter. Here's that press again.
Yeah, we haven't done well with this press.
There we go. Be patient. There's Blandberg.
Get it back out.
Deep three for Mitchell.
Boom! Down there from the bottom, 3 ball.
Wow. That was deep, fellas.
Shooting with no conscience.
Absolutely. He knew it was good the whole way.
Yeah, that's big time by the senior. Look at them. They playing deep, hard defense out there.
Oh, reach in by Mitchell.
Don't reach.
I hope that's not 3.
Yeah, but he didn't need to reach. Blandberg was right there in position.
He's going to have to take a seat. I think that may be 3 fouls on Mitchell.
Yeah, you don't want to see that, especially
yeah,
38 seconds left to go in the quarter.
And they're in the bonus. You put them at the free throw line. You know, we had an opportunity to go up and probably about 10 heading into halftime. And now they're going to inch back in with some of these free throws here.
The senior makes the first. This is Reggie Webster, sophomore.
He's had a good first half. He's been really active.
He's been out there the whole time, too.
They've looked for him, which is pretty impressive.
Seconds long, but it's going to bang in. No, it's not. Rebound to the freshman.
And
puts it back. It's not a great sequence for the Lobos there. 30 seconds left. Sorry, Keaton.
No, you got to close the quarter out strong.
6 seconds left. Get it to Williams. There you go. Ooh.
No foul. Oh, my God. What is the refs doing?
Keaton's murmuring what we're all thinking.
Oh, my gosh, man. I'm sorry, man. These refs, they just – I hate having to talk bad about refs, but it's a little one-sided here. Just looking at the foul numbers.
Yeah, we've had a couple fouls down low that weren't called, but
what's been this turnaround here in scoring in the last 10 seconds? They've scored about 4 or 5 points to iron none here. That 3 was the last one we got.
And they've been forcing us with pressure, playing us harder with pressure.
So 3 seconds left.
Into bad mistakes.
3 seconds left to go in the half. Tigers inbound from beneath the basket. Off a player's back. He goes up with it and score. Oh, he missed it. Wow. Wow.
That's a lot of it takes some big kahunas to
do
something like that.
And that's your senior leaders. So some basketball IQ there. So
and I think that was the coach's son too. So
he
knew he could get away with it.
That's cool. Absolutely phenomenal half of basketball, fellas. We're going to take a quick break, come back and talk about it. We'll be back. You're watching Lobo basketball live on Longview Game Day.
Over the last 10 years, our office has achieved many record verdicts and settlements. Our commitment has always been to outwork and outfight any opponent we have in whatever courtroom we find ourselves in.
At Godarzi & Young, we have settlements and verdicts that are unmatched. Whether you come face to face with the corporation or the insurance company, they know that if they don't justly compensate our clients, they're going to have to face the Godarzi & Young trial team in the courtroom.
Don't fumble when you're looking for your next trailer. At RJ Trailers, we got the hookup. Cargo Mate, Hallmark, Text Line, Diamond C. We've got the inventory selection to get you into the end zone. Snap into savings with RJ Trailers. Don't pass up on the best deals around. RJ Trailers in Longview and online at rjtrailers.com. We've got the hookup.
Crunch has everything you need to find your mode. Come check out Crunch Fitness with a free guest pad.
Printing your photos just got easier. Just pick your size, color, and favorite photo, and we'll do the rest. Because your unforgettable moments are meant to be framed.
All righty, welcome back. All righty, about 8 minutes left here before the third quarter gets underway. You're gonna have to listen to us for a little bit because they're gonna play unlicensed music that we can't have blaring. So, what do you think, Mr. Wade? First half thoughts?
Well, you gotta give our Lobos a lot of credit because, this game started out, we were down by 6 or 7. We inserted Blandberg, and he was kind of our energy coming into the game. He protected the baskets, what you look for in the bigs. On the offensive end, he made himself available, got a few chippies in there, got a couple of dunks. And then, we answered the rush and the pressure that Mount Pleasant put on early. And you got to give Longview a lot of credit for that.
And if just looking back at the first half, what jumped out at you? What's working for the Lobos? What do we need to see in the second half to close out, I guess, to play spoiler on this undefeated season?
Yeah, so, early on, and Keaton can attest to this as well, is that, we handled that 2-3 zone that they were running really well. When Mount Pleasant went into the full court press, we kind of sped up, which is what we didn't want to do. We seemed to have a little problem with their full court press, so I'm sure Coach Weaver's back in the locker room saying, hey, we've got to get into our press breaker a little better. We've got to get the ball to the middle on the press. We got to get up and then be able to get into our offense. A lot of times when Mount Pleasant was pressing us, we would speed up so that we were rushing ourselves into the offense, and then we're having turnovers. Blandberg ended out on the perimeter, shooting quick threes. And then with a team like Mount Pleasant, as you can see, that they all really well organized, well coached. They run off. They have a great point guard. So you speed them up, you get to eat quick shots, and they're in a break. They scored a lot of baskets that way. So what I'd like to see Longview to do in the second half is, one, on defense, continue to protect the rim. They get inside a lot. They got Blandberg, Campbell Williams in there, continue to rebound, protect the rim. And then on offense, just come down and set up your offense and just run a steady offense and not rush yourself.
And Longview has done a really, really good job tonight in all facets. Obviously, we would have liked to have had a few more fouls called, a few more trips to the line. But this is an undefeated basketball team averaging 60 points a game, and we've held them to 19 in the first half, have a lead. Maybe it should have been a bigger lead, but that's, it is what it is. You got to feel really good about Longview basketball right now if you're Coach Weaver tonight.
Yeah, credit to Mount Pleasant. They've been trying to throw different looks at us. They've gotten away with it towards the end by their pressure. And their intensity. If you're Longview, you just gotta not just beat yourself. You're answering every test that they're throwing at you. You got to play within yourself. They're showing Longview's playing with a lot of confidence and showing that they can beat this team, and it's showing right now in the scoreboard. If you don't beat yourself with silly fouls, picking up from early in the court, if you limit them to just one shot or force some turnovers, then you got a legitimate shot to win this ball game. And we're looking good so far.
Yeah, you guys mentioned some of those calls. The referees know who is 30-0. Mm-hmm. The referees know who's number 1 or number 15 in the state. Yeah. And so when they're out there calling this game tonight, they're probably going to give the benefit of the doubt to the undefeated team, to the 5th-ranked team in the state of Texas. And so when you're Longview, and even though you're at your home court, you're still playing the favorite. And so when you're playing the favorite, you got to anticipate that favorite is probably going to get some of those calls that you would hope you would get. And what you can't do, as you mentioned, Keaton, is you can't lose your composure. Yeah. You have to go out there and continue to play, stay fundamentally sound, stay composed and keep competing, which is what they really did in this first half.
No, that's a great point you make. You got to be able to stay cool, calm, and collected throughout the whole entirety of the game, and recognize how the refs are calling. If you see that you normally play aggressive and they're calling it, back off just a little bit. There's no need to foul 50 feet away from the basket.
And how important is it to keep your foot on their throat? I can't imagine Mount Pleasant has been in this situation too many times.
Very important.
Let's see how they react when they're looking at their first loss.
No, it's very important. You cannot come out and you cannot play the second half the opposite the way that you played the first half.
Yeah, there's no protecting this.
No, there's no protecting. You got to go get it. I don't expect us to play like that. And if we can continue that, then if we continue to play like we played in the first half, I suspect us to get them their first loss.
And Mr. Wade, how important would something like this be momentum-wise for this team as we get closer to the playoffs? Because we're almost there.
Absolutely. When you have a coach who's in his first year with a team, he's constantly trying to impress upon them, hey, my method works. Hey, this is the reason why we practice this. You come out against the 5th-ranked team in the state of Texas and you actually win at home against them heading into the playoffs, then that means that those players are going to continue to listen more. They're going to buy into more what that coach is telling them. And then by the time playoffs roll around, you're going to have a very cohesive team that's going to be playing together. So I think it means a lot to them. We'll see if they'll be able in the second half to be able to withhold and withstand the full court pressure that Mount Pleasant's going to put on, because I don't think that press is going to go anywhere heading into the second half.
Yeah, you can't have your big-time players get in foul trouble. Ever since Blandberg checked into the game, Longview has been in the plus side of the things.
Sure,
you definitely want to see him.
It doesn't take a basketball expert to see that the game is different when Blandberg is protecting the rim and when he's not.
Absolutely. I love
against
to see
this particular team, for sure.
You're right. I love to see him playing aggressive. I want to see him I don't want to even see him take a three-pointer this second half. I want him to take more shots inside, threaten them inside, because the more pressure you create inside, the more open you leave Davis Justice and your other players out there.
And as you say that, he knocked 4 in a row down.
Hey, nobody's out there on him right now.
I want you to send a text message down there to him, Keaton, so you can let him know that. They'll listen to you.
I'll talk to him after the game for sure.
No, go ahead and send one down there.
If anybody up here has the clout to walk down there on the court,
we know Keaton does. Absolutely. I actually think he can go down there right during the game and whisper in the coach's ear and let them know what they need to do.
Go and say, hey, coach, call that play where Blandberg dunked.
Exactly.
I'm going to take the humble route. I'm going to say y'all crazy.
We believe in your superpowers.
You the man with the play.
All righty, that's the buzzer. We got a minute left to go here in halftime, and we're going to be this game's moving by fairly quickly. As bad as the non-calls were, they were non-calls, so the clock didn't stop running.
Yeah,
so
that's true. That's true.
Here we are at halftime already, only 35 or so minutes into this stream.
And
again, if you're watching and you know somebody else needs to be watching, share this feed. Let's get as many eyes on these Lobos as we can. That's what we're here for.
Oh, yeah. One thing real quick before we start the second half. Our guard plays have to stay in front of we have to keep the defenders in front of us. We have to keep the ball carriers in front of us. I mean, not ball carriers. Have to keep the point guards. Have to keep the man in front of us, because every time they get past us, they're making our big man drive up and they're finding open.
Yeah, if we were able to look at a shot chart, the majority of Mount Pleasant shots all came within the paint and at the basket.
Absolutely.
So everything you're saying is exactly correct.
Here we go, 16 game minutes.
And
Lobos get a chance
starting
to be
on
spoiled.
the bench.
Yep, he's starting out on the bench again.
Let's keep him fresh for that last 20 minutes or so. I'm sorry, last 12 minutes or so. First possession.
Stay down.
Open look for 3.
That hit the stanchion.
There you go.
Every possession without Blandberg in the game, the Lobos keep him from scoring, is a good thing.
Absolutely. It's a big win there. Even when you give up an open 3 like that.
Mitchell to the lane, can't finish.
With that offense, you come off that high screen, he got what he wanted. He drew the big man to him. He just didn't see Campbell Williams there underneath the basket wide open. The big man forced him into a tough shot. So we're starting out in the man, and it looks like our communication's a little lost here on whether or not we're switching or we're fighting through those screens.
Tough shot.
Gave up a wide open lane there. He just gave up way too much space, trying to force him to the left.
We shouldn't be having this much problems with their press, but we are.
Yeah,
as I just said that, we turned the ball over.
Right on cue there.
I don't think the key to breaking any press is to dribble the ball up the court.
There we go.
Good look for Campbell Williams. He's on the board tonight.
Yeah, you're making it a one-on-one ball game there when you trying to dribble the ball up the court that way.
You would like to see if someone's, why work that hard when someone's open right here? Just pass the ball up, bring it up, get into your offense. You're down here on the back end, zigzagging, dribbling with them. Either A, you go straight by him, get up the court, or you pass the ball up the court. But the more you sit back there and play around with them, things like dribbling it off your foot can happen.
Yeah, especially when you got somebody that's in man on the ball that don't have nobody guarding them.
Exactly. And then there's a miscommunication that we were just talking about. Longview's not sure if they're switching those or if they're staying with the man.
Puts it back. That's no good.
All right.
Rebound ends up in the hands of Reggie Webster.
Looks like Coach Weaver is going to end up having to get a timeout and getting Blandberg back in the game, or this might start to get out of hand, especially if they score here.
Almost a mirror image to the start of the first quarter here.
Absolutely right. There you go.
Oh.
Please call it against them. Look like Mount Pleasant.
That was most definitely on us.
They're going to call foul. Reggie Webster.
He was holding
Mount Pleasant.
Yeah, it looked like he was holding him from getting the ball.
So the halftime lead was 6. A score on this possession, it's back to 4.
Yeah, we've only scored 2 points here. That Campbell Williams layup. but we're just not handling the ball pressure at all. And, you know, one way you don't handle it is making one-hand passes off the dribble and or dribbling the whole lot.
Tough shot. Mitchell's money.
That's a great shot.
Hey, he's been in his bag tonight.
That's right. I don't think he's missed this evening.
He's been making some tough shots. Stay down there.
Can you guys see where we're a little confused on defense?
Yeah, definitely. I see it.
Turnover. No, they're going to get Wilder for a foul.
It's like we're not doing enough talking out there.
Yeah, it looks like it's not happening. Either A, there's not enough communication, 1, 2, we're not sure if we're switching those or if they're opening up and letting them fight through those picks. But, you know, we're ending up with 2 guys, 1.5 guy midway guarding him, midway not leaving another guy wide open.
Can't give up second chance points. Can't get that up.
That's Peyton Chisholm. He's got 8 now.
Well, Coach Weaver's seen enough.
Oh no, you gotta come to the middle there. All right, here comes the timeout here. Well, coach is letting them play.
That's the freshman Chisholm. Campbell Williams, open look for 3, offensive foul.
Coach, Coach has to give us a timeout here to get us under control.
So Blandberg is going to check back in for the Lobos. 4.5 to go here in the third quarter as Blandberg checks in. We're all tied at 29, and it is Tiger basketball.
Yeah, we're all over here slapping our laps, getting upset over this the press that they're putting on us because we'd love to see Longview break that. You know, it's a little unfortunate that they appear to be just a little unorganized, and then pressure comes on us. You know, and I don't know. What are you seeing, Keaton?
No, one of the things I talked about last year, I remember bringing this up. You don't beat a press by dribbling. You beat it with passes, and when you get the ball in one corner, having your opposite guard flash to the middle is the best thing to do to beat that trap, to beat your press. Let's see, here we go one-on-one again.
Now settle down. We got the press beat this possession. Let's get back into the offense. Lobos trailing by 3. First time since early first quarter we trailed. Wilder is going to make a move to the lane, kick it to Justice for 3, and that's
good. And it is good. 3 ball.
That was a great shot. Good pass, good composure. Way to go, Davis Justice.
A little reach in by head there.
That's his 3rd. We do not need that, Chris.
As much trouble as the Lobos appear to be having with this press, losing your point guard is not going to make that better.
No, and I think Chris is a little frustrated because he's normally calm and collected when he has the ball in his hand. And
that's 4.
Oh man,
he's gonna have to sit till probably till late in the 4th here.
And that's a boneheaded foul. Just make no mistakes about it. The guy had the ball secured and he just swiped at it.
Yeah.
And to be your starting point guard, you gotta play smarter than that.
Another foul away from the basket. That's 5 already on the Lobos.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach Weaver's over there just as frustrated with a lot of this as I'm seeing from our Lobos.
And 3 on Davis Justice, so Lobos are entering dangerous territory. Is that 3 or 4 on Mitchell?
Was he beyond the 3-point line?
Yeah, that's 4 on Mitchell because he had 3 in the first half, I believe.
Yeah, so
it's 4 here.
Mitchell with 4, Head with 4, Justice with 3. Your 3 ball handlers are in serious foul trouble against a team that you need all the ball handlers you can get.
Yeah, especially from your top scorers too as well.
That's going to send Kelsey Morris, the senior, to the free throw line for 2. The first one's good.
So it looks like Mount Pleasant's coach went into the locker room and realized he had something with the full court press.
Yeah.
And they came out. Yes.
That was at the end of the second quarter when they started having this success.
And they came out the second half and they did not move away from that. And Longview doesn't seem to have an answer for it quite yet.
I mean, he was throwing all different types of pressure at you. He was throwing all different types of things at you.
Here we are again. You know, mistake number 1, you catch the ball in the corner. Mistake number 2, you pick it up and start dribbling. Mistake number 3, you're wasting too much time.
One of the things too in that full court press, whenever they pressing you, we was never taught to kiss the ball in that corner.
Three-pointer, Brown, corner, little long.
We was always free throw line extended. At least that.
Justice, you got a chance.
There you go.
He had to let that go because of foul trouble.
Yeah, had to.
They're accomplishing what they want. They're speeding us up. You know, our offense is not handling it. We're getting quick, long shots on the offensive end, and there's another turnover. You know,
and surprisingly, no timeouts here to get the team.
Oh, the freshman with another three-pointer.
And right on cue, there we go with the timeout.
So with 2:45 left to go in the third, the Mount Pleasant Tigers are on a run. They lead the Lobos by 7. We'll be back in just a minute.
And now at OR, we want to buy your used vehicle and we'll give you guaranteed top dollar for yours. And if you prefer to trade, even better, with massive savings on every new vehicle at OR Cadillac GMC in Longview.
Alrighty, we're back again. Lobos lead went from 6 at half. Now they're down by 7 in a span of, what, 4 or 5 game minutes?
And just like that, in the blink of an eye, Mount Pleasant, team that hasn't lost a game, has shown you why they are who they are. They found success at their press and came out the second half and has been doing that. And now we got Chris Head back in the game.
With 4 fouls.
all right, hey, just slow down, get into your offense at this point. You get the ball across half court. There's no shot clock, so there's no need to rush it. But what we've been doing is we've been rushing into threes like that we.
And Justice hits a 3.
Hey, how many is that? Is that like his third threes tonight for the night?
That's his third 3 of the night. Second 3. That's his all 9 tonight. It's come from the 3-point line.
Yeah, we need all of them too.
And the freshman 24 Chisholm for Mount Pleasant, he's got 10 tonight. He's dangerous from the 3-point line. You're gonna have to stop letting him have that shot.
Yeah, he's been looking real good for them.
We got Blenberg out on the perimeter guarding a guard. I wonder if that's an opportunity to switch those. Well, it looks like we got him back in the paint.
3-pointer from Chisholm. That's no good. Rebound to Mount Pleasant. Blenberg affects that shot, but another possession for Mount Pleasant. Freshman for 3.
Deep too.
Boom.
Deep.
That kid can shoot. That's the coach's son. He's a true, I say true freshman like we're in college. That's a freshman.
Hey, he was 3 feet behind that 3-point line. He didn't blink at all. Spacing is important here.
That's 2 of those from the same position on the court.
There we go.
Oh no, man. You got
numbers here. And they're going to call him an offensive foul. And that is 4, I believe, on Justice. So now, wait, if
that's 4 on Justice too.
So all 3 of your wing players, your guard, your 2 shooting guards, where your offense is coming from tonight, for the most part, are in serious foul trouble.
It's horrible.
You guys have to forgive me. I'm a little speechless right now. So don't.
With that, we're going to take another break. We'll be back for the last 1:25 of this third quarter in about 30 seconds.
Injuries aren't planned, and here at Longview Orthopedic, we're going to work together with patients to try to attain the best outcome possible for them. We have the ability to treat all injuries for all patients and athletes of all ages. One thing I want patients to understand is that, I've been in their situation. I played football at Texas A&M University, played offensive line, I was a guard, and being an athlete, suffering injuries, and having that passion to get back on the field gave me a really good perspective on the other side of the line as a treating physician now here at the Longview Orthopedic Clinic.
Alrighty, welcome back. Lobos are now backed against the ropes, it appears. Lots of foul trouble, having some problems with this Mount Pleasant press. And the Mount Pleasant offense has gotten going a little bit here in the third quarter too. So see if the Lobos can and stay in this one and not let it get out of hand. But we're starting to see a little bit of why this team is so good.
Yeah, this team has not been down.
I haven't seen a mistake in the second half.
No, not at all. It's been all Mount Pleasant. Come on.
That was almost
Chris, we have to be smart. And no call here. They call it Longview ball.
Yeah, that was a reach. That very well could have been the 5th foul there.
And the coach wanted that foul too.
So here comes the press again. Let's see if the Lobos.
They're just clearing it out. That's all they're doing.
Davis Justice is going to beat it with the dribble. We can get in the offense here. A couple big possessions here coming for the Lobos.
This has been our predicament the whole second half.
Wilder for 3. That's no good. Blandberg can't wrangle the rebound, but Chris Head ends up with the loose ball. Slows it down a little bit.
Hey, let's run the offense a little bit. Let's try to get Blandberg going inside because he's been quiet since he's been out here on the court.
The ball stolen from Kendrick Brown. That's 5. Reggie Webster. He's had a big night tonight. He's been everywhere.
See if we can keep communication on defense. We've kind of lost our man a few times, left them wide open for some wide open threes. You know, and it all happens when they set the screens like that. We get a little confused like that.
Everybody collapsing in.
Chisholm for 3. No good. 1 second left on the clock. And that's the end of the third quarter. Lobos trail by 7, but could be a heck of a lot worse. And if you're Mount Pleasant, I got to think your strategy coming out in the fourth quarter is let's go straight at 0. Let's foul them out, and then it gets real tough for the Lobos to get this ball up the court on our press.
And what you say is with that, if they can get Chris Head out of the game, you couldn't have head off the snake, and then therefore you don't leave him with much life because we don't have a good ball carrier.
So we're gonna take a quick break. Come back for the fourth quarter in 30 seconds.
At Godarzi and Young, we take things more seriously.
Every case that's handled at our office is handled by a team. That work and dedication has caused our office to recover more record verdicts and settlements than any other law firm in Northeast Texas.
It is our obligation to make sure our client has the financial backings and the manpower to be successful.
We are exactly who we say we are. We're trial lawyers who've gotten results year in, year out.
1 second. Welcome back. Headed to the fourth quarter, Lobos trail by 7 against a number 5 ranked team in the state. You know, and we're fans, right? We're Lobo fans, and a bit disappointed with the way that third quarter played out. But you know, that's what Lobos do. We're not gonna lay over. We're not gonna roll over. Lobos are gonna give it all they got and see if we can get back in this basketball game. We did it once.
Yeah.
But that press has given us so much trouble.
Mount Pleasant has accomplished what they set out to. They sped us up, and we haven't been able to handle that. You know, we haven't been able to get down, get set in our offenses any kind of way. You know, they're in a zone, and we're kind of running our man offense, it looks like, and it just hasn't been effective enough with Mount Pleasant.
An offensive rebound to Davis Justice, but the ball's knocked away, so it's Tiger basketball.
Yeah, you know, the last game we did, this was the offense they ran. I don't know if you guys remember us talking about it, that high screen, dribble off. Well, when you are in a zone, you're dribbling off of that high screen, and you're not screening anybody because they're all standing right there. It's a 2-3 zone. So we really haven't had too much of an answer for it tonight. And once again, they sped us up.
Yeah, it's been all Mount Pleasant with the calls tonight. We're in the fourth quarter, 7 fouls. They're already in the bonus to our 1.
So we're in the fourth quarter with a total of 4 fouls called on Mount Pleasant tonight.
It's unheard of.
Yeah.
But Mount Pleasant only has 3 points from the line tonight, so that's not the difference in the game right now.
Yeah, and
I mean, some of it if we'd have been shooting, but still.
And credit to Mount Pleasant, they have forced us into a lot of these fouls, a lot of these offensive fouls. I won't take that away.
Yeah, they completely sped us up.
Yeah,
we've been playing outside of our speed, and one thing all coaches teach you is, you have to play at your pace, and your pace is your pace. It's not the pace of the opponent.
3-point attempt for the freshman again. That's off. Rebound to Brown. Sorry, that's Chris Head. And
thank you. Thank you.
And
thank you.
Fellas, it's not late yet, but we're almost in that danger zone where these possessions start getting very important for the Lobos.
Yes, all I can say is thank you, refs. You called it both sides. And I'm saying that jokingly, but yes, that's.
Sorry,
we've been playing like
I was taking a drink of my Starbucks. I didn't lay out on you there.
No, we good. But we've been playing like that the whole game too, and they finally called it.
Lobos need something going this possession. Chris Head.
Thanks,
He's going to foul. They're going to shoot two, so there we go. Chris Head's headed the line. He's got 2 points tonight. Lobo leading scorers Kendall Mitchell with 10. Going to be honest with you, I wasn't looking. Did that free throw go down? It did, yes. Yeah. All right. Chris Head makes them both.
Well, guys,
all things considered, folks, as frustrating as it is, as bad as it's been, we're only down by 5.
No, you're absolutely right. And I appreciate you, Frank, for being an optimist.
Open look.
Because we need that tonight.
Rattles out. The Lobos are still in this basketball
I'm ready
game.
for us to make a little turn here. I think we kind of see what's happening here. Coach Weaver sees it. Looks like he's trying to get us into something different here. So hopefully we can do something different here. Yeah. Make a change here. You're absolutely right, Frank. We stay positive on this, see what it can turn.
Yep.
There's another foul.
And, Keaton called the refs during one of those timeouts, and they're starting to listen to him a little more.
I don't know what was called here this time.
That's on 5.
No, they didn't listen to you.
That's on 0. He's out. What did they call?
I didn't see what was called.
Maybe it was a wraparound on the dribble.
But that would have been Head's 5th, so.
Maybe
they got Campbell Williams with a moving screen now. Looks like they got Campbell Williams.
Oh, okay.
On something. But he's not on the court, so that's not right.
No, they probably called him for a carry or something like that.
Who knows?
I don't even see a 3 out there.
So we can get a stop.
There they go.
We have to get a stop right here if we want to try to see if we can't get back in the game here, because you're right, Frank. This is getting down to that danger area because there's not a shot clock.
There's an offensive foul. We're not going to call it.
It's a blocking foul.
Yeah, and one. It counted that basket.
And he's fouled out. Take that back. That's Kendrick Brown. I thought that was Mitchell. So the bucket's good. That is Peyton Chisholm. He's got 10 now. And the Lobos are going to have to get something going offensively pretty quickly. And the free throw's good. So it's an 8-point game.
There they are.
Look, we just bail out and just completely just run down the court when they try to trap.
Yeah, there's I hate to sound like a broken record tonight, guys, but that press has been the difference in this game for us tonight.
Chris Head, nice move.
Shot.
That's a tough shot. That's right.
You see why it's key to keep Chris Head in the ball game as he's playing defense with his hand behind his back.
Not going to pick up that cheap fifth.
No. Stay there.
There you go. Let Chris have him. Nice move. That kid is good.
You gotta keep them in front of you. Easier said than done, I know it.
It looks like so far tonight, Davis Justice has had the least problem with the pressure, and he goes coast to coast.
Yeah, Davis Justice has actually had a really good game. He shot the ball well. He's taking really good care of it on the offensive end.
And again, this is only a 2-possession game. I'm bringing the optimism.
Yep. And it's needed. There's still time. We got to get stops. It starts with stops on the defensive end here, so we're hoping we can see that.
That's going to be a foul on 5. It's Longbow basketball.
Oh, yeah.
Way to go.
A little off-the-ball foul there. Something the Lobos may have needed.
Hey, watch the traps here.
And here they come. Ball's in Justice's hand. Like I said, he's had not as much trouble with it tonight.
At least he's under control bringing the ball up. He's not allowing the defense to make him go faster than he needs to go.
He's just going to try to take him again. Nice move. He finds Wilder. He's going to shoot a 3. Tipped out of bounds. Oh. It's going to be Mount Pleasant basketball.
Is he one of our 3-point shooters?
No. He's not one that you want to see taking a lot of 3-pointers.
Surely in a crucial part of the game as well.
Yeah.
It was a good look, really good look.
His eyes got really big. He saw all that space, and he was just like, what better time than now for me to jack a 3? Fortunately, it was the worst time right now.
Oh, come on.
4 minutes
Come on,
left.
Chris.
Lobos trail by 6.
You don't want to pick up a foul like that with your hands just out.
Chris Head, Kendall Mitchell. Oh,
there you go. That's our ball. Oh, it didn't get tipped off the Tiger defender.
Dangerous defensive play by Chris Head with 4 fouls, but you like him staying aggressive. You can't have him on the court not being Chris Head. So,
you have to watch how far. Look how far away he is out on the court against a really solid point guard. You know, that's how you can easily pick up those chippies.
Yeah, especially
just
with
play
his hands out
sound
there just
defense
guarding.
right now. Just sound defense is what you need, not that.
Just got us scrambling right now.
Yeah, just play sound.
Good, no call there.
Loose ball. Lobos, Wilder's going to come away with
jump
it.
ball, ref.
What is going on? They're going to let this get out of pocket here.
Yeah.
Easy, easy. We don't need that. Get a little bit chippy down there. They didn't blow the whistle fast enough.
No,
I think
they
this is
didn't.
kind of on them a little bit, I think.
Yeah, most definitely. I definitely agree with you on that one.
Yeah, they let that tussle go on a little while there.
But it is Lobo basketball either way. And you're starting to see how important this is to both of these basketball teams. And again, the Lobos are giving them all they can handle. It's only a 6-point game with possession.
It's probably about their closest game that they played all season long.
I believe the week that the storm hit, not all the team traveled. They went to Hallsville and won by 3, but you know, I don't know the circumstances, but we talked about it before the game. Sometimes you lay an egg. It happens.
This is a dangerous out-of-bounds play right here because I think Longview's bit on every back screen they've ever ran here on these out-of-bounds plays, so we hate to see that happens now.
Again, this is a guy with 4 fouls. You can't lose Mitchell here. Nice play. Landberg there with the rebound, but loses it. Blocks
And
that
blocks
shot.
it.
Still ends up in the Tigers' hands. Boy, easy, Chris Head. They're going to call
timeout.
Timeout. I was nervous.
Me too.
Got to come away with that basketball, though. So we're going to stay through this timeout with 3 minutes left in this one and just kill the crowd mic so we don't have that music hitting us. But, again, I'll remain optimistic. We're still in this
the
basketball
optimism is great. You know, we need that right now. You're down 6 and you kind of, you're down 6 and you kind of feel like there's a chance to get back in this. But unfortunately, you know, we still seem to be a little helter-skelter on defense, on offense. You know, last couple of times down, we seem to be a little bit more composed and we got into our offense. But, you know, we don't want to play right into Mount Pleasant's hand. It seems like they want us to be sped up. They want us to kind of be a little erratic on defense because that's what they're used to doing with their press and the way they run their offense.
It felt like we've held them scoreless for like a good 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Doing this.
And one thing you haven't seen the entire half is Blandberg touch the basketball on offense. Not one single time this half.
That's a great call there. We have been rushed into our not rushed. Been seen to kind of play one-on-one basketball within our offense and not been able to find our big man.
Sure.
That's what we've had our success in the first half.
Yeah,
Once
when
he
you're
got
looking
going,
at this, there's one distinct noticeable advantage the Lobos have tonight, and it's Blandberg's size down low.
Yeah, big time. He commanded that first half, and he's been quiet.
Yeah.
So let's get him the basketball and let's get a stop here and go get the ball to the big man. Let him work.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? Yes. Let them draw.
So
team
here's their out-of-bounds play. Hopefully we don't bite on this and give up an easy basket.
Got a good trap there. Don't come off of it.
No foul, no foul. They got a little panic there, but Mount Pleasant's got the ball slowed down a little bit.
You know, Mount Pleasant has really good ball handlers, and so you hate to see Longview get overly aggressive and reach. You know, you're not going to steal the ball from
40
11.
feet from the basket.
Yeah, 40 feet from the basket as well.
Right here's where it gets dangerous for Chris Head playing with 4 fouls.
And there's not a shot clock right now, so, you know.
Going to have to get aggressive to make them do something, but you can't let, I mean, you got 2 guys on the court that are important to your offense with 4 fouls.
Oh, good block.
Mitchell.
Wish we could have recovered that rebound there. That was a good opportunity for us.
I almost got to seal.
Lobos have had some really good defensive stops here lately, but they just can't get their hands on the rebounds. There we go. There. Oh, almost had a turnover.
You know, there's no shot clock right now, so you know we got to figure out a way where we're gonna trap.
Stay down.
And not reach. When you get them trapped like that, the one thing you can't do is reach.
Foul's going to be on 31, I believe.
35.
That's Wilder. My bad. We're going to get
Wilder.
Wilder for that foul, and that's going to send. I believe that's 10.
That's 3 on Wilder.
Kelsey Morris to the free throw line to shoot 2, and this looks like this is going to be how the next minute and 48 of this one plays out.
Yep.
See if you can get him to miss a few free throws and score.
So we got our 3 guards in with 4 fouls.
That's right.
It's going to be interesting to see how we play them on defense. How we play on defense here. We're going to be aggressive at our traps.
Because going to have to. Yeah. There's no shot clock.
But you can't afford to lose any one of them. But you need their scoring as well too.
Kelsey Morris scores, so 3 Tigers leading the way with 13 tonight. That's kind of what we talked about at the top of the broadcast.
Yeah.
They don't have that one guy that jumps out at you, but everybody on the floor can score.
Yeah, it's been a really good, team effort for Mount Pleasant. You've been really impressed with that. They seem to be really well coached. They played to their strengths really well. Here we are now, still with the full court pressure.
Lobos down 8, minute 41 to go in this one. Now we're going to pick up a foul. That's 5, still not shooting. It's the point of the game where you almost have to start thinking about the 3-point shot.
But then also too, you want to try to.
I mean, you got to have buckets.
Yeah.
If they're going to make the free throws, you're not going to come back in this game without making threes.
I wouldn't force a 3. I would try to get the ball to Blandberg inside, and then if they double team you, then kick it out for the 3.
You got to go though.
Yeah, you
got to
go.
Have time to keep waiting.
Mitchell's going to go. Finds the open shooter in the corner. That's Justice. Just lost.
Stay with it.
Mitchell comes away with it. Puts it back.
Got time out there by Longview. It was a good hustle there by Mitchell, but able to get the second chance points.
We're going to stay with you through this timeout as well. Again, it's just a 6-point game, 1 minute and 11 seconds left, but no shot clock, so the Lobos are going to have to foul. I think you check back with this timeout with your 3 guards with 4 fouls out of the game. Let somebody else pick up that foul and bring him in after the first free throw.
It looks like they may be going defense to offense, so they're going to sub in some defense reinforcement here to hopefully try to contain Mount Pleasant. But Mount Pleasant has great ball handlers, so you may end up having to go to a foul game in order to get the ball out of their hands here with less than a minute left.
Yeah. Sure, and somebody's going to have to commit that foul.
Yep.
Unfortunately, and your 3 offensive weapons all have 4 fouls, so be fascinating to see how Coach Weaver plays this. It looks like Jalen Hawley Lee is going to check into this one for the first time tonight.
Yep. One of the things that we got to be
maybe not.
Do. One of the things that we got to do on offense too is just we got to go. We can't sit. Time is not on our side. We can't sit there and just casually walk the ball up the court. We got to go.
Got the press on, and again, you've got 3 or 5 on the court with 4 fouls. There we go. We got him in the corner. That's going to be Chris Wilder.
That's his 4th foul.
And that's going to send Peyton Chisholm to the line for 2. Peyton's 4 for 4 from the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, Mount Pleasant appears to be a really good free throw shooting team. Well coached, handles the ball well. That press didn't seem to panic them at all just now.
No, not at all there.
So Chisholm makes the first. He's got 14 tonight, leads 7. A little over a minute left to go in this one.
showing you why they're a great team.
Yep.
Not making mistakes at the end of the game. Hey, hats off to them, man. The way that they have came out in this second half, it's been all them.
Absolutely. You know, we just haven't had an answer for their press tonight.
Mitchell for three in the corner. Takes a spill, but no call. It's going to be Chisholm to the line again, and Walder's going to foul out. Takeaways here for the Lobos, if they're not able to pull this out. I mean, they gave this team all they could handle.
Yeah, they have no reason to hold their head down.
No. They didn't come in here and blow you out. It's a good basketball team. There's no getting around that.
Yeah, you know, we just watched the number 5 ranked team in the state of Texas here come in, withstood the pressure, the run that Longview put on them. Longview went up by 8 at one point. You know, they withstood that and came back down the stretch, played with composure, you know, made some adjustments that Longview wasn't able to really respond to. And, you know, now it's a free throw shooting contest.
Oh, yeah. You've seen a Mount Pleasant team who has state championship admirations.
Yep.
They want to get that far.
Absolutely.
They were tested tonight, and they were able to, if all things fails in this next 50 seconds, able to come out on top.
Yeah.
9-point lead. Lobos need a quick bucket.
Get there.
Kendall Mitchell's looking like he's going to try to get one on his own. Chris Head makes a move. Back to Mitchell, very deep three-point attempt. That's long. Brown comes away with the offensive board, and he's fouled. He's going to shoot 2 free throws.
You know, I think our team, our coaching staff had an opportunity to see what we're going to run into heading into district. You know, they're going to have an opportunity to go back, study this film tonight, see where we could have made some adjustments down the stretch, seeing where we could have made some adjustments when Mount Pleasant put their pressure on us and we were not able to handle that press. So, you know, there's going to be some glaring things when they go back and study this film later on tonight, and hopefully they'll look at the Longview game day film of this and be able to hear all the comments that were made by Keaton and Frank.
I ain't gonna say nothing, but you was right there with us too.
Mine were all positive.
Yeah, you're right. I'll take that back.
Mine were all positive and cheering them on. Yeah, but you know, we're Lobos through and through, and so
easy.
You know, whenever we see
I think
Lobos struggling.
I think we might have a technical foul here.
Yeah, frustration just getting the better of us.
Yeah.
The senior here, Mitchell, looks like he's gonna pick up his 5th foul.
You know, being a diehard Lobo fan, you know, you hate to see your home team, you know, struggle. You hate to see your home team go ahead against the top 5 team in the state and have a chance to maybe, you know, take this game down the stretch, being a little bit more competitive. So being a diehard Lobo fan, you know, that kind of bothers you when you see them let a game kind of slip away from them, you know.
And the difference in the game, Ray, was almost certainly the Mount Pleasant pressure in the backcourt.
Exactly.
And that's something that the Lobos obviously are going to put some work in on.
Yep, looks like
if you saw this tonight, you're going to see it in the playoffs.
You're absolutely right. You know, it looks like Coach Weaver's over there introducing themselves to the referees.
Yeah.
I think he's checking to see where they're going for dinner tonight.
So another technical foul called on the coach. So the final score of this one's going to look a little more lopsided than it actually is, I suspect. How many free throws? Is this 6, 7? How many has he shot so far?
I think we had 2 technical fouls called.
He missed a lot of them. It seems like it too, right?
Yeah,
still going.
Oh, wow.
One more.
It's 6 total is what we're getting at?
Is he going to get 2 more for the actual foul itself after this?
Now somebody else is shooting free throw. Now, he shot more than 4 free throws, right?
I believe he shot 6. That's Kelsey Morris, the senior guard. He's now got 15 tonight.
He's had a really good game tonight. You know, I noticed him along with the other point guard seem to really, really kind of spearhead their pressure, their full court pressure, the press. They handled the offensive end really well. They did really good for Mount Pleasant.
I think he made a lot of plays with his speed, just off speed alone.
Absolutely.
He's one of the fastest players in the district, and you can definitely see he was able to make plays on the defensive end, picking up full court.
Yeah, their guard play outplayed our guard play tonight here a little bit. And so
the clock's going to wind down here. About 10 seconds left in this one. Lobos with a valiant effort, really good at times, struggled a bit at times, but they're going to come away with this one, like you said, Keaton. They're going to be frustrated, but keep your head high. You gave a top-flight basketball team all they could handle for the majority of the basketball game, and we're this close to being in it the last few minutes of the game. So, again, it was a 6-point game with 2.5 left. We just, couldn't get anything to fall.
Yeah, second half, you just didn't. You just weren't able to answer Mount Pleasant's everything that they was throwing at you. You want to look forward to the next time you face somebody like this, especially going to the playoffs. You have a better answer, especially on beating the full court press, which your key players, knowing how to play with foul troubles, not picking up early fouls so far away from the basket. Things like that you can just take away that can get you over that hump and get you to prevail, especially when it comes to playoff basketball.
Sure. Yeah. So no word yet on how the Lady Lobos did in Mount Pleasant. They're headed to the playoffs. They'll be off Friday night with a practice matchup or whatever you call that, a warm-up game. And we'll be back next Tuesday. We'll have to decide between Lobo boys at home or Lobo girls on the road. We'll figure that out once we figure out where they are. Ray Wade, we appreciate you hopping on again tonight. It was really fun.
It was a lot of fun, guys. I enjoyed it as always. This one got a little heated for us because, we're diehard Lobo fans. And so, we go with our team. We see our team struggle. We want to struggle right there with them. So I appreciate you guys having me. See you guys next time.
Oh, yeah.
And for Keaton Daniels, the Game Day crew, we appreciate you watching. We'll see you